It's DFS Stats&Facts with your boys Mac and Mac. Give the ring a tappy tap. Please subscribe and all that, baby.
We back at it. You know we
What's
back
going
at it.
on,
Now we
man?
back at it.
Back at it. Week
Again.
7 was off to a crazy and weird, sort of sad start last night, man, with the Chiefs and Broncos. We gave y'all some advice for yesterday. Hopefully you watched the video.
Yeah.
But before we even get started, gotta give some prayers up to Patrick Mahomes, man. You already know why. He was the top quarterback, one of the top quarterbacks this year, league MVP last year. Got injured last night. He was already playing on a bad ankle, and then he had a knee injury that they had to pop back in. He was luckily able to walk off the field if he missed the game, but he did not return to the game. So a very old 12-season vet, Matt Moore, had to come in. But he actually did well. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to jump right into the recap for last night. Just give me a second here. We got a lot going on today.
Yeah, so it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. Make sure y'all stay tuned.
But yeah, man, I was giving the Broncos defense a little bit of praise yesterday, if you caught that video. But it was actually the Chiefs defense that stepped up in prime time last night. They had a good amount of sacks, and they also had a fumble recovery to the crib, I believe it was. Yeah, they definitely had a defensive touchdown yesterday as well. I brought up Matt Moore already. He was 10 for 19, had 117 yards and a touchdown, and that was really good, and probably had the Chiefs really excited because, you know, with Patrick Mahomes going down, you never know what's going to happen, and no one saw that happening. So I apologize if Patrick Mahomes was in your lineups because I don't even think he went over 9 points because he wasn't really in there that long.
Yeah, he wasn't.
But you got any notes? Anybody?
About last night?
Yeah.
No, nothing. Just like I said, I felt like the Chiefs defense was going to, that's what I said in the video. I feel like their defense was going to step up, especially being a contender. Probably even more so that what's name got hurt, Patrick Mahomes. Now you know that, as the defense, you're like, look, we don't got a starting quarterback. We have to do what we got to do. So, that's all I took from the game is that their defense definitely stepped up.
Well, Matt's being a little humble because he definitely called LaShawn McCoy last night. He definitely played. He might have even had more. I don't know if he had more carries than Damian Williams. We don't really focus on all that because it's really about the fantasy. Yeah. But however, he did. He got a little daylight, but that was about it. Damian Williams got less daylight than that. Kelsey only had 10 fantasy points yesterday. Denver tried a fake punt that went nowhere. Butker was perfect. He was 3 for 3 on extra points and 3 for 3 with field goals. Okay. McManus did me dirty. He was 0 for 1, and that was all he got because you saw the score was 30-6 last night. Yeah. Patrick Lindsey, little to nothing last night.
You call him Patrick Lindsey. That's how you know he ain't got no respect.
Yeah, sorry, Philip Lindsey. Sorry.
He's not sorry. He's not.
The boy Freeman, though. Denver Broncos backup running back to Lindsey at 10 carries, 35 yards and a touchdown. And yeah, that was pretty much the game. It wasn't really too. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, Sutton. I gotta bring up Sutton. He was going off last night. He had 6 receptions, 87 yards. Had to bring up Sutton. He did better than Emmanuel Sanders. So definitely had to bring that up. Now, we get into this Sunday, week 7. And potentially Monday. But yeah, man, let's get right into it. Elite sleep. No, DFS value. Let's go. Who do you think? We'll do FanDuel first.
FanDuel? That's what I'm talking about. First. I mean, I got a couple value for you. Honestly, number one for me, for running back value, I mean, he's higher, but he should kill this week. Leonard Fournette. Playing Cincinnati, just a garbage team. He's like... You got to get him. He's at 7,900 on FanDuel. So, that is what it is. He's a higher back. He's like the third highest back on there. But he's playing the weakest defense. Lamar Jackson carved him up for 152 last week. David Jones, what's his name?
Daniel Jones?
No. What's the running back for Arizona?
David Johnson.
He carved him up for like 1-something a couple weeks before that. Everybody's been eating on him running the ball. Like I said, they're depleted injury-wise, and they're just the second worst team to the Dolphins. So you should go after them.
It's really bad.
Speaking of somebody else I had to value, David Johnson.
Yeah, I like David Johnson.
David Johnson playing the Giants. They're garbage too.
Yeah.
Arizona dual threat with Kyle Murray. It's tough when you have quarterbacks like Kyler Murray and Lamar Jackson, because they're so fast that you have to put focus on them. That leaves open lanes for running backs like David Johnson, honestly. So that's a big values for me at running back.
Okay.
At receiver, I feel like it's the usual suspects. I like T.Y. Hilton big this week against Houston. I feel like Houston hasn't really been stopping number one receivers. We've seen what Tyreek Hill did to him when just coming back after not playing all year. I'm big on T.Y. Hilton. I'm also big on Adam Thielen this week. I don't know if you
my boy
Adam Thielen.
Yeah, I think Adam Thielen.
They're playing the Detroit, and I think that their number one corner for Detroit, who's really good, will be on Stephon Diggs. You can't let Diggs get loose; he's too fast. So I think that he'll follow him across the field.
Yeah, we saw what happened there.
Yeah. so you know, Adam Thielen had a big week last week against the Giants, but receivers like Adam Thielen, they can't have those. They don't have those crazy weeks where it's just like, okay, they had 3 catches for 3 touchdowns. Like he has to methodically beat you down the field. And so with somebody like Stephon Diggs, where it could be like, look, you throw him 2 passes and he got 120 yards, 2 60-yard catches.
Yeah.
It's like you can't, you know what I'm saying? Time's not drawing off the clock. They're just getting more time to do what they want to do. So I think they'll definitely roll the coverage over to him. That's what I got for value.
That's what you got for value?
Yeah, that's what I got. That's how I was feeling in my heart.
Yeah. I like some of these matchups. Let me see.
There's some good matchups this week. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm telling you, man. Quarterback department.
Yeah, I didn't really know what to go with.
I mean, you said Lamar, so I'll give them Deshaun Watson. Because again, he's just like Lamar. I mean, he had 2 rushing touchdowns last week. He had also threw in a passing touchdown. 31.4 on fantasy last week. He is at 7 racks. Pretty high, but not really. I mean, for a quarterback, and he might give you that. They have the Colts this week. So, Colts defense, let's keep in mind, though, Colts defense has been stepping up because their offense has been stepping up. So, once defense starts seeing that they're always really playing, Jacoby Brissett is really out there balling this year. Man. You know what I mean? So, you never know. So, just be careful with Deshaun Watson if you are thinking about him. Someone actually just tried to trade for him in the money league. And I'm thinking about it. Not sure yet. But yeah, also for value, I'm going to say Coleman. I'm going to go with Coleman for San Fran.
Who they play?
San Fran plays the Redskins this week. A very great matchup against the Redskins. He's only at 5,600.
Evan gonna be mad when he watches this, but they garbage.
Yeah, shout out Evan. But yeah, Matt told me what he was talking about. You tripping over there. But Tevin Coleman, man, he's at 5,600. He has last week he had 18 carries, 45 yards and a touchdown. Also, he has 16 receptions. 16 receptions. 97 yards and a touchdown. So you want to keep that in mind as well. Also, because he's sharing reps. That's the only thing. And in a game like this against the Redskins, if it goes their way, you also want to keep in mind Breida, who went off on that primetime game, but also, he is at 5,300. And again, he had 11 attempts, 114 yards and a touchdown. So keep Matt Breida in line. Can't give you too much because I got way more to talk about on running backs. Running-ish once we get to that segment later on. But yeah, that's all I'm really going to give for value this week because I got a lot of players in these categories this week because there's a lot going on. So we're going to jump right into Elite Sleeps.
Elite Sleeps for me is
give them that FanDuel. Give them salaries too.
Give them salaries too. I think this week San Fran is playing the Redskins, so I'm really big on their receivers. So my Elite Sleep is I got 2 of them from the team. It's Deebo Samuel and Marquise Goodwin. They're priced at 5,300 and 5,000, which is great value. To a team they're playing a team that's not really good. I think this is the week that Jimmy G is going to show out. I feel like the defense has been holding him down, but it's his turn to show the defense that look, we here, we contenders. So those are 2 of my Elite Sleeps right there. I really like them too. I do.
My Elite Sleeps, I'll get my ego out of the way, is Dallas Goedert, man. They're starting to actually put him in more, and he's only at 2,900. And he had a pretty good, decent game last week. But that's just like a little iffy Elite Sleep. My big Elite Sleep has to be Hunter Henry. If you missed out last week, he is back. He went off last week. Give you a couple stats. He's only at 4 racks. Keep that in mind. As a to me, he's a tight end one, especially him being back.
Yeah.
And where is his stats at? I know I had his stats. Give me a second here, because I know I put him down there. But I know he had, I think it was 5 for 80, 5 for 88.
8 for 100.
8 for 100 and 2 touchdowns. That's what it was. Forgive me, y'all. I definitely got him on here, but I did not write down his stats because I was flying. But Hunter Henry, man, again, we're going to keep it moving. He definitely at least sleep. And his salary's so low because he was injured.
Yeah.
So a lot of people were sleeping on him. A lot of people didn't have him in the lineups last week. But people who did, he's probably millionaires by now because he was definitely balling. But, yeah, moving right along. Stars in charge.
I mean, one of my stars in charge is definitely Leonard Fournette. I talked about him earlier in the value. They're playing Cincinnati. Cincinnati's just horrible against the run. So Gardner Minshew been doing anything. They're 31st in run. So they'll just I feel like they'll be running all over them. I think they're 31st in run, but I think they give up like the most yards per carry.
Most yards period. Yeah, they give up.
They give up the most yards in the league. So it's like I just feel like Leonard Fournette in all facets of the game, whether it be screen plays or whatever, I think he's just going to kill. So yeah, I would definitely look out for him. What about you?
I got big star in charge. Right now for me is Russell Wilson, man. 14 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He had 28.9 last week. He is at 6'6", which is not too bad. He was 23 for 33 last week, 295 and 2 touchdowns, and also had a rushing touchdown. Look, I'm saying this right now because it's about week 7. Right now, I know we only about a quarter of the way through.
No,
a little over a quarter. Week 7. Yeah. Fantasy wise, I'm sorry. Yeah, a little over half. Fantasy wise. Yeah. But I think if Seattle keeps this going, Metcalf gets up there. We brung him up a couple times already. But Russell Wilson's looking like that bull this year, and if Seattle defense matches that, bro, I think it's a problem. So, yeah, Russell Wilson star in charge. We already mentioned Lamar Jackson. I also had him down here as star in charge, and Deshaun Watson as well. But real quick, Deshaun Watson did have the 2 rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown. His fantasy points last week was 31.4. And again, since I mentioned Lamar, he had 33.6 last week as well. And that is all on DraftKings. They are all balling this year. It's going to be a really close MVP race, honestly.
It is. I think if everybody keeps playing, I mean, obviously we're only 7 weeks in.
Yeah.
But if everybody keeps playing to the level that they're playing at, and assuming that what's name's not out for extended time, Patrick Mahomes.
I hope he's not.
Assuming that he only misses a week or so. I think they're doing the MRI today. I think it's just a dislocated knee. Hopefully there's no damage to the ligament. But I believe if everybody's healthy with him, Russell, the way Russell and Lamar Jackson are playing, like it's definitely going to be close. And Christian McCaffrey, I mean, he's killing crazy this year. So how can he not be up there just because he's not a quarterback? Don't mean he ain't balling out of this world.
Definitely.
MVP. So
Dalvin Cook too, another honorable
Dalvin Cook too. Yeah. I have another star in charge returning from injury this week, I believe, Saquon Barkley. Arizona's defense not all that either. People put up on them, and I think he's gonna try to come out and make a statement. So my man Saquon went number 1 a lot in a lot of people's leagues. He's returning for y'all, and I think he's gonna run hard. So
I think we're gonna jump down to injuries because I was gonna mention Say.
Okay.
In the injuries department. But yeah, that's definitely not a bad star in charge. You definitely should be in our lineups this week. Say. But, let's get into some of these injuries because it is a bunch of them. John Brown for Buffalo, and they're going up against Miami this week. So I really hope he comes back for them, especially with this boy, Josh Allen, back.
Yeah.
Who I think could be a potential star in charge this week. But, yeah, John Brown, he's limited with groin. I'm just real quick. Sterling Shepard is concussion. He's limited. Your boy David Johnson, ankle, he's limited. A lot of these people might play, but then again, you really want to just stay on them because it's been times I made lineups and then people was out and give you those goose eggs.
Yeah.
Really disrespectful.
Some goose eggs kill.
You don't want them. My boy Kamara, ankle and knee, did not practice yesterday. As we already stated, Barkley is back. Todd Gurley with his quads, he was limited yesterday. Julio Jones hip limited yesterday. Devontae Adams with his toe didn't even show to practice. D.D. Westbrook didn't practice. Allison Geronimo, he was held out of practice. Concussion and chest. Aaron Rodgers knee limited. He's probably gonna play though. This one's a little scary. Kittle for San Fran.
Okay.
Groin injury.
I know he had a groin injury.
Yeah, very scary. I just found out today. He was limited at practice yesterday. Another great tight end. Graham, ankle, did not practice yesterday. Waller, foot, limited it yesterday. Had a bye week last week, so he's probably going to play, though. Delaney Walker, another tight end, ankle, limited yesterday. Herndon, who went off for the Jets last week, his hamstrings hurt. He didn't practice last. He didn't practice yesterday.
Okay.
My boy, man, this is very sad because he was balling, too. And shout out my boy Ronald because I know you got him. But I know you're also on the waiver wire right now. Boy, Disley for Seattle. Yeah. Again, Seattle takes a huge blow, but Disley, man, he is out for the rest of the year, undergoing season-ending surgery. Sorry, I could not get that out.
I was waiting so long for you to say
I know. I'm like, I was just straight stuck because it hurt. It really hurt me though, because Disley was really out there balling. So I was on him last year when nobody was really on him. So it hurts. Ebron did not practice yesterday. He has an illness. I think that's a fake injury because Ebron only has 2 receptions the last 2 weeks. We're going to get to that, though. I think that's it, though. Yeah, that was a lot. Mouthful, though. Just keep in mind those names. Rewind it if you had to because there's a lot of big people on there. Yeah. But, yeah, getting back to life. Defenses.
Evens wins chip.
Yeah.
2.
And then we're going to get into them bums.
So you know who, if you're taking, I mean, I don't, if you're doing your DFS or you're doing FanDuel, definitely have to take the top defenses, which would be San Fran this week against the Redskins. And, of course, the Bills' defense plays very well, and they're playing Miami. Now, I'm always going to tell you to pick somebody against Miami.
Yeah.
I'm never going to tell you not to pick somebody against Miami. Even if they have a bad week, the next week I'll tell you to pick somebody against Miami again. They suck. That's just life, honestly, for the Miami Dolphins.
Real quick, to touch on San Fran's defense, they had 7 interceptions so far, 5 fumble recoveries, and 17 sacks. And not to mention they're undefeated. So, 49ers defense, man, is really big defense this week against Washington, like Matt said. Over on the DraftKings side of it is 4,100. Jags defense, 3,500 going against Cincy, who is last in rushing yards and 31st in total yards a game, right around the Dolphins.
San Fran's defense is 5,000 on FanDuel.
And FanDuel not playing with y'all no more.
They don't be playing. FanDuel really don't be playing, bro. They do not be low.
And just real quick, not for nothing, the Jags defense, I mentioned them already. But 3,500 against Cincy. I don't really see Cincy getting it off like that against them, especially if it's Saxonville's that pulls up instead of Jacksonville. It's a wrap for Andy, who is always a bum to stay away from if you know us at DFS Stats and Facts.
Last week against Baltimore, Cincinnati didn't move past their half field mark for 58 minutes.
Actual fact. So
they're just garbage.
That's easy, man. That's easy pick'ems right there. All right. Well, speaking of bums, let's get right into it. Bums to stay away from.
Ooh. You go first on this one.
I definitely will, because Andy Dalton is, as always. I already mentioned my other one was Eric Ebron. Again, he only had 2 receptions the last 2 games. You only want to know his numbers, so we're not even going to go there. But another big bum to stay away from that's coming back. Actually, I got a couple bums, man. Trey Burton, for one. Ex-Bird, but Trey Burton has been stinking it up, and a lot has to do with Mitchell Trubisky. I've said this before, but Trey Burton, man, real quick. Week 2, he had 2.5. Week 3, he had 6. Week 4, he had 3.6, and Week 5, he had 4.6. That ain't gonna do it, bro. Mitchell Trubisky is back off an injury, but he's also been sticking it up, so I would stay away from him. And Phillip Rivers has been disappointing the hell out of me in these last 2 weeks.
He's definitely a bum to stay away from.
Definitely. Bum to stay away from. Week 5, real quick, 6.1. Bro, you're a quarterback. Stop it. That's field goal numbers.
Yo, please,
and that's bad field goal kickers numbers.
That's bad field goal.
Bucker by himself doubled that last night, so come on, bro. Week 6, just last week, he only had 20.8. There's other quarterbacks getting more than that. There's rookie quarterbacks getting more than that. So for me, I'm gonna stay away from him. I don't even care if you have a good week this week, Phil Rivers. I'm not liking what I'm seeing by the Chargers.
Yeah, that's facts.
And it's crazy that y'all actually are declining with Melvin Gordon coming back, which I was afraid for y'all.
That was kind of funny because that was kind of my bun to stay away from with Melvin Gordon.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I mean, they were already looking bad, so that's why he came back. But now they're looking worse.
Yeah, and they were looking pretty good.
I felt like
in the rush department with
they
Eckler.
were with Eckler. They were looking good
Eckler.
with the rush department. It was like, the receiving and Phillip Rivers wasn't playing well. So I'm figuring, they get Melvin Gordon back, or they have a two-headed monster run the ball. And now it's like, it's even worse.
And it just went worse. It went left. So, I was like, what?
I'm staying away from Melvin Gordon. He's a bum to stay away from for now until he proves that.
Yeah, you got to
he's
put
the
yourself
Melvin
here,
Gordon
man.
that,
We ain't holding nothing back, man.
Yeah, we ain't holding nothing back. You a bum, and I mean, your whole offense is bum.
If you was going to come back
I'm
like
shout
that.
y'all out, though, because I ain't got that winning fantasy because of y'all bum ass niggas.
If you would have pulled the Le'Veon Bell, you would have been the man. Like, I'm honestly thinking that you should have just stayed out.
Yeah, you should have stayed out. You should have stayed out all the way. Sometimes, and I was telling that to Evan, somebody like Melvin Gordon, when you see a team struggling, you want to get back and help them because you're like, man, we had aspirations to win the bowl.
They got Keenan Allen out there quiet.
Yeah, it's just a whole lot of quiet. Hunter Henry's the only bright spot on that.
And he just got back last week, so does that really count?
Yeah.
Y'all really out here wilding right now.
Yeah, facts.
But,
I want to stay away from him.
But speaking of wilding, should we go jump down the wide receivers?
I got one more button to stay away from.
Oh, dang. Go ahead, bro.
Derek Carr.
Yeah.
Against Green Bay's defense.
And off the bye.
And off the bye.
Mind you.
You probably think he's going to be prepared. Be prepared to be disappointed if you start him. All right, let's go to the next one.
Snap. All right, wide receivers wilding. Real quick, honorable mentions that are on buys this week. Curtis Samuels had a big week last week, and Godwin for Tampa Bay is continuing that. I think we talked about him last week too.
Did.
And Godwin is proving that, I'm here. Jameis Winston is hot, but not so hot with 5 interceptions. We're going to definitely get to that.
Yeah.
We was going to put him on bumps to stay away from, but his fantasy numbers is up there because he had a good game. Just too many interceptions, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Could have had a crazy game if he ain't throw an interception. That's like 10 points he lost just off another interception.
It's very disappointing, man. But yeah, wide receivers wild. Who you got on wide receivers?
I like Cooper Kupp. I think he's gonna be wild this week.
Nah. I'm on the negative side for him.
Oh yeah, I mean they playing the Falcons. They garbage.
I know, but he only had last week. It's Jared Goff's fault.
That's what I'm saying. Jared Goff had 78 passing yards.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, he a bum for that one. I don't care.
Yeah, he bummed to stay away from him too. I forgot to mention
It was funny.
Jared should have played golf. And then you got Cooper Kupp last week. Mind you, I got Cooper Kupp on one of my fantasy teams. 4 receptions, 17 yards.
That was like a third of Jared Goff's yards, though.
Yeah,
that's sad.
But still, unfortunately, I had to put him on wide receiver. I got to keep up with it. Like I can't play favorites
you gotta get
and
over
stuff.
too. Yeah.
Wide receivers wild and goes both sides. Yeah. So unfortunately, Cooper Kupp is on there this week, and it's Jared Goff's fault, man. Damn. I love Cooper Kupp.
But another wide receiver wilding for a definite because they playing the Bengals. DJ Chark, he's been scoring all year. They're doing this thing for what's name. I expect him to do the same against the Bengals.
I mean, this year.
I expect him to ping the Bings. You feel me?
He didn't have the best week last week though, but the Jaguars as a whole really didn't have the best week. But I got a couple more. Allen Robinson, he's at 5.5 on DraftKings. He had 7 receptions, 97 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I was very surprised by that. Along with Galladay for the Lions, who had 5 receptions, 121 yards. Unfortunately, he did not score.
Yeah, and he was going in though. He really was.
Yeah, he really. I was really surprised. He was going in like the first year, like everyone noticed him going in. So. And a guy who should always be on wide receiver wildin', finally got some love last week. 8 receptions, 89 yards for Michael Thomas. So he should always be on there. Mm-hmm. Wide receiver wildin'. Yeah, that's about it. Wide receiver wildin'. We did running backs running ish. Let's go to rookies on the rise.
Rookies on the rise. Like I said, DJ Chark. I believe he's a rookie. He been killing us here. Another person look out for. Even though they got a tough matchup, but he is their only really good receiver. Terry McLaurin, rookie from Minnesota, the Washington Redskins. He been killing. He been doing his thing this year. He's up and down, obviously, with their quarterback situation, but he does get in the end zone. He's been in the end zone like 5 out of the 7 games that they played. So
not for nothing. I want to add on to that because I was watching NFL Network this morning, and they had your boy on there on the bottom of the screen, but they have him sitting him out this week, which is crazy because I was thinking about sitting him out, and then I saw that and I was like, yo, you know what? I might sit him out. But hey, Matt has been right before. Don't sleep on my man's either.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you know,
I mean, for
been
people like Terry McLaurin, when these games, I always say it's not bad to start him because he is going to be the only target they
he's
have.
Definitely going to get
so
receptions.
Even if they get blown out, if they lose 50-0, he might have 9 receptions for 100 yards. You know what I'm saying? That's 19 points. So it's like, okay, I understand he's on a bad team, but when he's the only one getting the love out there, sometimes that plays in your benefit too. You know what I'm saying? Just like a couple weeks for the Bengals, Boyd.
Yeah.
Tyler Boyd.
About time.
They were getting blown out, but he was killing out there. Yeah. He's the only target. So sometimes that plays into the favor of picking somebody up. So that's why I'm like Terry McLaurin.
Also, man, just a couple more honorable mentions.
He scored on the Patriots too. So
he did.
That's what I'm saying.
You got Adrian Peterson, and he's supposed to be getting a lot of love this week. Don't forget about Adrian Peterson. I don't know how well they're going to do against San Fran's defense. However, it's Adrian Peterson, and I think now he'll finally have like that sort of starting role, so he might get the extra touches.
Shout out to AP though, because at the last minute, Ty Gurley didn't play. I had to pick him up, and he did his thing for me. So shout out to AP for that one.
Yeah, Ty Gurley is another one. He's on that injuries.
Yeah.
So just keep in mind his injury, and it's funny because Malcolm Brown is also questionable. So
yeah,
it's like who's going to run the ball? If it got that bad, I don't think it's going to get that bad, but you just never know. What are we on? Rookies on the rise? Oh, yeah. Kyler Murray, bro.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah.
6'7", and he made me look like a genius last week. I brought him up last week under quarterback questions, and this week he is definitely back on Rookies on the rise at 6'7". He was 27 for 37, 340 yards, 3 touchdowns. He rushed 11 times, also on top of that with 32 yards. My boy went back to his college days last week.
He did.
And he needs to stick with that.
Yeah, he does. He was killing.
He was balling.
He was killing. He was really killing.
That was my only rookie. Oh, no, it's not. Josh Jacobs, he's off the bye. And I think he's going to do really well against the Packers. Packers defense is strong and all that.
But their rush defense isn't really that good.
Yeah, and Josh Jacobs, a couple cheapies probably.
Yeah.
At least one. Maybe a little hurdle, a little jump.
Yeah,
probably
something like that.
People. But, we're flying.
Yeah, we on QB questions?
Yeah, quarterback questions.
I mean, well, before we get into the questions that we have for this week, got to give a big shout out to Sam Darnold for answering the question whether he was going to come out and grab a dub or he wasn't. And he went out there and did it.
We appreciate you.
They do appreciate you. I appreciate you because
that was lovely.
I really thought that you was going to come out there and do your thing and y'all was going to beat the Cowboys because I didn't think the Cowboys were going to be that great. I said it, even though I picked the Cowboys last week, but I did say it when I was picking. I said I wouldn't be surprised if they just came out and won. And they did do that. So I got to show big respect for that. But what QB questions you have this week?
Oh, I definitely got a quarterback question for. I just jumped into the Matt Ryan one. I was saving this one, but I can't find my other one right now. Matt Ryan, he's at 6,300 for DraftKings. And my question is, what does he do against the Rams and sort of improved Rams defense with the add-on of Jalen Ramsey that we heard about this week? He's probably going to be limited to plays because, just got on the team, got to learn some stuff, but it's Jalen Ramsey. So if he's out there, don't be surprised if he get crazy deflections and crazy interceptions. You just never know with this ball. But what is Matt Ryan going to do? Because week 5, he was 35.9 with fantasy, and week 6, he had 33.9. He has been balling. And to look at his numbers, I couldn't even believe that. So, not the biggest Matt Ryan fan, but what's he going to do?
Yeah, he definitely be putting numbers up. His team is garbage, though.
Yeah.
On all quietness, bro, they might be the worst team in the league. I have to tell you that. And the reason I say that is because they have too much talent to be as bad as they are.
Right.
You can't have the same record as the Redskins with the offense and defensive talent that you have around the weapons. I mean, you just have too many weapons to be 1-5. You know what I'm saying? The Redskins are 1-5 and they have no weapons. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have Devontae Freeman. I mean, I always say he's a bum, but everybody thinks he's good. I mean, whatever. He's a bum to me.
Yeah, but he's been
doing his thing now.
He's actually been doing his thing this year, which makes it even worse for the Falcons. Like, why are y'all sucking as much when boy, Devontae Freeman, who was leading the league in commercials last year, is actually back balling for y'all, and y'all not doing nothing.
Yeah,
and now you got Julio Jones limited. So
maybe Devontae Freeman just needed Tevin Coleman out of there, because I feel like when them two were together, they weren't doing that well. But Tevin Coleman's been doing better this year.
With San Fran.
And Devontae Freeman's doing better this year. So they just, maybe sometimes people don't work together.
Need that space.
Need that space. So that's a definite. But that's a good QB question.
There was another one, man. Oh, my boy. Not really my boy. Josh Allen. He's at 6,500 for the DraftKings. Sorry. Little brain fart there. But yeah, Josh Allen, man. He had a good week last week. Okay, I'll start there. He had a good week last week. But is he going to continue that this week against the Dolphins? What I've noticed is that...
I noticed that the Dolphins is bums.
Yeah, we know that the Dolphins is trash. We all know that. However, what has been happening when people face the Dolphins is either they do really well or they do suspect. So, is Josh Allen going to be suspect tomorrow? Or Sunday, I'm sorry, because it is Friday. Is he going to be suspect? Or is he actually going to go out there and do what he did last week?
Yeah.
Without the interception that he drew. So, that was my other quarterback question. What you got?
My QB question is I think it's for the Eagles-Dallas game as a whole.
Oh, wow.
For both quarterbacks, I guess. For me, I don't really have any questions for Carson Wentz. I feel like Carson Wentz not having Deshaun Jackson is very big for him. And the same for Dak Prescott. But my problem with Dak Prescott is that his defense is good. Like, we're not going to, like, the Eagles' secondary has been getting shredded. You can't expect Carson Wentz to go out there and drive down the field and score every drive. It's impossible for you to expect any quarterback to do that.
Tom Brady don't even do that. You know what I'm
saying? Tom Brady don't even do that. Your defense has to step up. When your defense is just letting people score whenever they want to score, that is a problem. But for me, it's not like that with the Cowboys' defense. I feel like they make stops, and sometimes they give up points, but that's not moving the ball at all in the first half. Like, he has, like, over the last 3 games, they have, like, 3 points in the first half. To me, I don't care what his fantasy numbers say. That's a problem because you're supposed to be in the game. Yeah. So I have a big thing, and knowing how bad the Eagles secondary is, my question is, Dak, is he really as good as people make him out to be, or is he just going to be? I mean, we know the DBs are trash, but if you're out there, if you let the second y'all front seven get to him and he can't make those throws, then I really don't know what Dak's going to do. I'm really honestly for Dak.
You know, to add on to that, not for nothing, Jalen Mills is coming back this week. Big whoop. Not the biggest Jalen Mills fan. I'm going to keep it 100. Yeah, and that's a problem because the corners we have now are bad, and Jalen Mills wasn't that great.
He wasn't.
Keep in mind, before his injury, he was getting burnt too. So, honestly, I think we need a whole new secondary. I've been saying it for a while, but I'm not even going to go there. Dak Prescott, to me, even if I wasn't an Eagles fan, what I have noticed just watching his game, Dak Prescott is not consistent enough. And he's never consistent enough when his offense is legit going off. And he does absolutely nothing. So keep that up this week. I really hope you do.
Yeah. My other, the big thing was...
quarterback question?
No, what was I just thinking about? I just lost my train of thought. Fuck, it's going now.
All right.
To these picks.
Yeah. Did you have anybody balling on the bench?
Balling on the bench.
I actually did good there.
I don't think I had anybody balling on the bench at all last week. I'll check my one league though. No, I didn't because I think I might have DK Metcalf on the bench though. Actually,
did you?
Yeah.
He only had about
he didn't have crazy. Yeah, about 11.
Yeah, about 11.
It wasn't nothing crazy where I was really like.
People who probably might have been on your bench though. That went off.
Yeah, I didn't have anybody balling on the bench. I pretty much had everybody in, so I'm pretty good on that one.
All right. Yeah, so let's get into it with these picks then.
Yeah, let's get to these picks.
Right to the picks.
I'm
making sure that. Yeah, we really get nice because. I'm making sure.
Yeah, we really definitely did go through stuff, and and you said a lot of injuries. You never said them in injuries.
Yeah, I mean because I feel like now. Get later on in the season, you got to mention these injuries.
Yeah.
But
I'm just saying, you mentioned injuries, and we about to be done. We about to be done.
Yeah, we about to be done.
Let's get to these picks, though. So I guess we'll start with the Bills and the Dolphins. Who you got?
I see the Bills mainly off of their defense and because Miami's garbage. So
I'm going Bills too. Miami's going.
We all know about Miami, so that's sort of a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Hey, prove us wrong, right?
Yeah.
What about Lions Vikings? Nice little NFC North action going on.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. The refs don't like the Lions, so I'm going with the Vikings. Just off that.
I'm going with the Vikings off of the strength of the high off of their game last week against Philly. And Dalvin Cook, man. I'm still on the Dalvin Cook train.
Yeah,
I'm a Florida State guy. So Dalvin Cook all the way.
Yeah.
And Adam Thielen too. What?
Let's go Texans Colts.
Texans Colts. Man. See, this wouldn't really even be a good game, but this year it is because we already mentioned Jacoby Brissett. Don't forget Marlon Mack, honorable mention. But Deshaun Watson, man, that's a tough one for me. You got to pick first on that one. I can't go right now, man. I'm sorry.
Man. I'm going to go...
Because that could be an upset.
I'm going to go Houston. I'm going Houston... I'm a big Deshaun Watson. It's tough when I gotta pick between these two because I love Jacoby Brissett and I love Deshaun Watson.
What's where they at?
I believe they're at Indianapolis. Yeah, they're at Indianapolis. So it was a tough choice, but I feel like the Texans are rolling right now. I honestly think I'll probably pick them the next couple of weeks. Honestly, until they play the Patriots, that's why I think they might lose.
Sort of crazy, but we like switching it up here. So I'll go with the Colts, man. I'll pick the Colts on that one because I love seeing Jacoby Brissett go off this year. Because a lot of people were like, "Oh my God, Jacoby Brissett, Andrew Luck is gone."
Yeah.
He's been legit a star in charge.
He was balling a year when
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady got hurt, and then he got traded to the Colts because what's name was hurt with the shoulder injury.
They forgot about that.
He did great that year. He got thrown into the fire. It wasn't like he was with. He had an off season, 2 off seasons to prepare with the Colts. That year he came in, he had played well, and he just got traded like week 4 to them to start.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Now he has 2 off seasons to prepare, one sitting under another great quarterback in Andrew Luck, and then now have another off season being his team. He's doing really well. I like that one.
Okay.
Let's go.
A lot to say about that.
Bengals. I'm sorry, I'll fuck with Bengals, Jaguars.
Nah, it's Jaguars.
Jags.
We can agree on that for real.
Yeah.
I'll go Green Bay, Oakland.
I'm going to Bay.
Hey, y'all.
I told you to do that.
However, though.
Derek Carr's a bum mistake with me.
No, I know that, but Aaron Jones?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Aaron Jones.
Bro, you got to do better. Especially off of that, the week
Crazy
5
week,
you had, and then the week 6, you turn around and do that disrespectful stuff. If I was Aaron Rodgers, I would have been smacking your helmet all night.
Bro, he dropped an open touchdown.
Open? Wide open touchdown.
I don't know why he tried to catch it like that. I don't know why he tried to catch it like that, honestly.
And he had that weird fumble. Crazy, man.
Let's go Titans, Chargers.
Again, it can go either way, to be honest. But I think the Chargers figure it out this week.
Yeah.
They need to.
I'm going Titans.
Oh, nice. All right. I like it. Let's get it out of the way. Eagles, Cowboys, because it's a lot. Obviously, I'm going to go Birds. But I think it's going to be a good game. But, not for nothing. We've been a little shaky on Sunday games. This is a primetime game. Still Sunday, but it's at nighttime. And I think, it gives us that much more time that we need right now to prepare and get ready and realize how important this game is, because the Eagles and the Cowboys are at the same record thanks to the Jets right now. So we really need to win this game, period. Both games when we face them this year.
This is a tough one for me. I'm going to Cowboys though.
Wow, I like it. Week 7.
We always go opposite of stuff. But really, I have no faith in the Eagles secondary, and that's. I want to pick the Eagles because I believe that Carson Wentz is the better quarterback, and I believe that they are the better offense, even though they have Zeke and all that. I believe that Carson Wentz can lead this offense well. However, the defense needs to step up so that pressure. I feel like a lot of Carson Wentz's mistakes is trying to be perfect because his defense isn't doing what they're supposed to do. and you can't put that pressure on them. So I hope the secondary step up. It's a big game. Like, I don't care how ass the Eagles secondary is. When the games come in the division, you have to come to play. So if they don't come to play, I'm going to really upset. Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what they did last week against Minnesota. This game is a playoff game. When you playing the Cowboys and you're an Eagles fan, or if you're a Rams fan and you're playing Seattle, or you're Rams on the Rams, you're playing Seattle, any division big game, those are playoff type games, and you have to come to play. That should be your best game of the season. It's a statement game. So I hope they make a statement out of it.
No, this might be a statement game. What? We talked about the 2 quarterbacks this week. We got to talk about Bat's team now.
Yeah.
We got the Ravens and the Seahawks.
I'm really torn on this one. Because I'm trying not to be biased and then pick my team, just because I'm a Ravens fan, and I respect, I love Russell Wilson too. I'm watching him for so long. It's tough because I'm either picking the Ravens to lose this week or next week. You go first. It's sad.
It was a tough one for me too. I ain't gonna front, but again, man, star in charge. Again, Russell Wilson. He has no interceptions. I love Lamar Jackson. Everybody knows I love Lamar Jackson. Ingram's been doing this thing this year. Y'all got mad weapons at receiver. Defense been doing their thing. But I feel like Seattle's the same way right now.
Yeah,
you got Tyler Lockett. You got
and
Matt
they're home. And
they're home.
And that's what's
that
making it tough.
Home crowd is very serious over there. So it's Russell Wilson, man. They need that. Their backfield could be a little bit better, but I think Russell Wilson alone.
All week I've been saying that I was going to pick the Seahawks. Because I think that I've been saying all year that we was going to beat the Patriots. Right. Next week. So I'm going to go with the Seahawks on this one, man. No bias. I think they're home. I've been saying all week that I was going to pick them because I truly believe that we're going to beat the Patriots next week. I've said it all year.
I don't
care how I've been saying it all year. I'm like, we could beat the Patriots. I said it last year when we lost to the Chargers that if we would have beat the Chargers, that we would have gave the Patriots hell in that divisional round, not got blown out like the Chargers did. So
yeah, that's gonna be up to your boy Lamar.
Yeah, it is. I think he's up for it. And we home, so I'm like, I feel that one. But we'll get to that next week.
Yeah.
Chicago and the Saints.
I don't like this game. I don't. Like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, But I'm going Saints. And you want to know why? Because I'm going to stay away from, I had 2 of them, Trey Burton and Mitchell Trubisky. I don't like where the Bears are headed this year. Their defense, however, is doing pretty well. It's probably going to give Saints a little bit of run for their money, but I think Saints are going to find answers. And Teddy Bridgewater has been stepping up.
Yeah.
I hope Kamara plays for a couple of reasons. And Michael Thomas, man. His name is Michael Thomas. I don't see them stopping him. So, yeah, Saints.
I think it'll be a defensive game, but I'm going Saints.
Yeah.
Mr. Trubisky's hurt, so.
We brought out the Patriots, so let's get into that matchup.
Patriots-Jets.
Sorry, Jets. Your winning streak ends, no, we beat you. Yeah, your winning streak ends at 1. You beat Dallas. I appreciate y'all beating Dallas, but I don't see y'all beating the Patriots. And I see Sam Darnold.
Jets, I need y'all to lose so we can beat the Patriots next week, so I'm going Patriots.
Yeah. I like this matchup, though, because I think Kyler Murray continues, and that's Arizona against New York. No bias, again. I would like the Giants to lose, but I really just think Arizona, I really just think Arizona is going to win this game.
I'm picking the Giants just to go opposite of him.
Larry Fitzgerald, David Johnson if he plays, and Kyler Murray. So, come on, man.
I'm picking the Giants just to go opposite of Jesse on that one.
Yeah, you shouldn't have done that. not on that one. You going to go opposite on this one? Here, you go first on this one.
We're going Redskins and the 49ers. 49ers, one of the best defenses in the league. Just as well as the Patriots, they haven't really been allowing anything. I think they allow like 280 yards per game so far. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going with San Fran because the Redskins suck.
I mentioned, a couple 49ers today. And I love Tevin Coleman, Breida, you got Jimmy G over there. Redskins really don't got anything but an Adrian Peterson and a Colt McCoy and a rookie wideout. And their defense is suspect. So I'm going 49ers. I think they continue to be undefeated. And yeah, that's all I pretty much got to say about that.
Last and least, because I don't care about any of these teams.
For real.
The Falcons versus the Rams.
The craziest thing is it can go either way. It really could go either way. That's the craziest part. Two suspect quarterbacks. Matt Ryan's been balling, but
I'm going with the Rams.
No, man.
Because because of the Ramsey trade, I don't know if he'll be in the defense, know the scheme, but I think they might put him out there and say, stick Julio. That's it. Make sure he doesn't do anything.
Good prediction.
And then that could be trouble for Matt Ryan. That's what I think. I think that could be trouble for Matt Ryan.
I think Matt Ryan's, like I mentioned this streak, and that's why it was a quarterback question. I don't know what he's going to do about against the Rams defense. I actually think the Rams defense is going to show out only because they're going against the Falcons, and the Falcons defense hasn't been that great. And their offense really hasn't been producing. And when they do, it's late. And I don't think you can do that against the Rams, especially if everyone shows up.
Yeah.
So we're going to go Rams over the Falcons. I just can't see me picking the Falcons this week like that.
Yeah, I just can't see it.
That's it, man. We're getting pretty fast with this now, man. But make sure you subscribe to us. We are on, again, Instagram. It's DFS_Stats&Facts. We are on Facebook. We're going to have everything together, too. We're going to get banners and stuff.
Under it.
It's an underscore.
It's underscore.
DFS Stats&Facts.
DFS Stats&Facts on Facebook, too.
As well.
Add us up on there.
And you're already on the tubes. I don't know if y'all are on the tubes.
Appreciate
Instagram's flying though, man. Appreciate all the love on Instagram. Instagram got a lot of love from a lot of sports pages. So I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
man.
we're just gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it going. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, also NBA is a week away. We are covering NBA and possibly MMA as well. Is in the works. So definitely want to stay on here, man. We try to help y'all get this money. Stop playing.
It's a channel for everything. We do it all.
We're pretty right, too. Cashing out and stuff, so.
Getting that bread.
Make sure you get that cakery for the bakery, man.
For the bakery, man.
Stop playing.
All right, man. I'll let y'all.
It's boy Nat Mac.
Let the man.
And we out.